Hello everyone and welcome to the videos. This is one of our first YouTube videos that we've done on our channel as a live video to our audience. And we just want to start doing some sort of tutorial and tips videos on here for our customers. So a lot of people on our mailing list have been getting information from us about our live videos and tips and tricks that they can do. So those would have been sent the link to this video so they can watch us perform the trick as well, because I know a lot of people have sort of emailed back saying, I watched your video, I tried it, but then this happened or this happened and therefore it wasn't working for me. So we just thought we'd do a quick video just to show you how actually it can happen. And when you do have that issue that some people message about grayed out boxes and other problems that will come up, I'll show you how you get around those and how we actually get this implemented for you. So what it actually is obviously we're talking about the shutting down Windows 10. And as the title says, it's simple, isn't it? Everyone kind of knows how to shut down Windows 10. We just click start button, we click shut down, and off it goes. Hi Moosehead, thank you. So yeah, so we would just click shut down, wouldn't we? And go. I mean, let's demonstrate now for us to see what we would do with that. So for example, if we go to my main desktop screen, which I will flick over to now, and then I can just show you. So here's my desktop. So yeah, shutting down Windows 10 is simple because everyone would just left click the start button and then they'd go to the power icon and then they'd click shut down and their machine shuts down. And that's what we've all been led to believe is what happens. But that isn't actually the case of it always doing that, as we found out, and we want to let people know. So I'll go through that in this video, probably multiple times because people will probably be joining the stream at different times. So we don't want them to miss out, but otherwise they can rewatch the video at the end anyway. Um, but essentially, all we need to do is on your main Windows desktop. If we go to back to my desktop, so you can see, all we have to do is right click is the simplest way on the start button this time. So if we do a right click, and then the second option down here says power options. So this is where we need to go. So if we left click on that, we get to the power and sleep options, and then you need to go into this little sub menu here called additional power settings. So we click on that one, and then this one down on the left hand side, we've got choose what the power buttons do. So we click on that one, left click again, and then this is the screen that some people were getting stuck on. So this is the one where we showed you about the shutdown settings, and in the recommended in brackets, it's got turn on fast startup, and it says this helps start your PC faster after shutdown restarts. Restart isn't affected. Um, that's what we want unticked. That's what's stopping your shutdown becoming a full proper shutdown. So that's what we need to untick. As you can see on mine, it already is unticked. Now, some people have reported this issue, which I've left on mine, you can see, which is they're grayed out. So even if that was ticked and I'm left clicking, I can't do anything. These are all grayed out. And the simple fix to that is actually, if you read at the top here, it says about defining power buttons, and you've got the user account control here where it says change settings that are currently unavailable. If you left click on that, that will then basically, it's like giving you admin privileges. So left clicking on that will then ungray tick all these options that it says are unavailable, which are these ones here. So then your tick there will then be ungrayed, and then you can then tick it, which will then get rid of the tick to a blank box. And once you've done that, you just want to hit the Save Changes button, which obviously I haven't made any changes, so I can't do that on mine. Let's just make a change quickly to sleep. And then we click Save Changes, and that's it. As simple as that. You can just quit off on those, and that will make your Windows shutdown actually perform a full shutdown, which is crucial for a lot of updates. So, I mean, the reason this came to light to us is because we discovered that we were asking our customers if they could shut down their computers overnight so we could do some patchwork and updates. And in the morning, our systems were telling us that their machines had not been shut down. Even though then we would ring them and say, look, you didn't shut down your computer. And they were definitely saying, look, I have shut down my machine. So the reason why it wasn't shutting down is because of that option being enabled there, which meant that the machine was, that you think you were shutting it down, but it was actually in like a low power state, so to speak. So that's how you stop that happening. And that's how you can then do a shutdown, which will mean that updates can go through and it's entirely powering off and shutting down your machine. So it's 12 o'clock now, so I will just run through that again for the people that have just joined, because we did say we were starting at 12. So we'll run through it again. So shutting down Windows 10, simple, isn't it? Yes, it is, and we'll show you why. So we'll go back to my desktop and just run through it again. So your desktop will look similar to this. You'll have a background and your icons, and you've got your start button down here. If we just right click your start button, up the top there, power options, left click on that one. Then we have our screen here, and on the far right, you've got related settings, says additional power settings. So if we click on that, we've then got another box come up, and we want this one on the left, which says choose what the power buttons do. We left click on that, and then you get me to that screen that we spoke about. So this is the turn on fast startup recommended, which is ticked. A Microsoft update came down and actually ticked that, which is what's turned this on. So this is what you need to uncheck, as it is on my machine here. And if you have grayed out boxes like this, which a lot of people have experienced, it's because you need to go to change settings that are currently unavailable. This white box at the top. If you click on that, that then ungrays all these, and then you can then untick the turn on fast startup recommended. Click save changes, and then you can quit out of that, and then you're done. And that then means that your startups, your shutdowns, sorry, will be full Windows shutdowns. So it's fairly simple. Just look in the chat here. So Moosehead69, at work it keeps reinstalling printer. It's about 4 names, and we have to swap it at home. I have to delete and reinstall. There's been some issues with printers going on recently with brother printers that are saying offline. Generally, yeah, what you're saying you've done there is what I would say to start and do, which is remove your printer and re-add it. So again, yeah, you were going in the right place there if you left click your start button. And actually I'll demonstrate that for people. So if you are having the same issue here as Moosehead, I will show you how we remedy that one. So we go back to our desktop. We need to left click the start button this time and just go up to the one that's called settings, second one up. Then here you've got the one there that says devices, you've got printers. So if you click on that, you then printers and scanners on the left. Click on that, and then your printers will be here. So say this one here had an error, you'd probably see underneath it says offline or something on there. Normally, if you can't fix them through normal ways of managing and troubleshoot, just remove the device entirely, which will get rid of it. And then when you've done that, then click add a printer or scanner, which will then rescan, find that printer, and then reinstall it for you. As you can see here, it's found another printer. So you could then click on that and then click add device. That's a simple way of just uninstall removing printers. But I appreciate, I think from what Moosehead is saying there, that it doesn't actually work. If that's not doing it and you're having other issues, could be some drivers, could be other things. But we could look into that for you if you bring it in. We could have a look. What else have we got? When you swap users, why does the whirly round thing in the middle of the screen spin forever and you have to crash it and restart? That's a good question. I mean, it shouldn't do that. So, I mean, do you find when it's done that actually then it's worked? So even though it's, let's say you crash it and then restart, did the changes actually take place, or is it crashing and the changes don't take place? Let's look on my screens, for example, again. So if we go for doing some new users, you've got signing options. You shouldn't really get that crashing that you're referring to in amongst in the options. It depends where you're going. So let's go for my info. Is my account signed in here? We've got my emails and accounts, which is in accounts, signing options. If you were going to add a new user, which I can't do on my machine to demonstrate, but if you were going to add one and then you do the, so when you're swapping users, why does the word thing? So the swapping users, I know someone said to me it happened when I added a user and their machine would spin, but then it did it anyway. You just got to quit it off, which is just a bit of a bug probably with the machine. Swapping users shouldn't really do it. I mean, if I go to my here and clicked on that and then I had another user, it would spin, which logs out of that profile, and then it would just log into their new profile. So don't know why it's doing that. Probably an issue going on the machine that we'd have to look into for you to see what's going on. But definitely shouldn't be doing that. But thanks anyway for the question. But yeah, so let's just run through it again then. So anyone new might have joined, not too sure. So let's do the power options. So your main desktop, run through it again. Right click your start button, power options, left click. Then you get to this screen and you want additional power settings, which is on the right. Click that, and then we want choose what the power buttons do. Left click that, and then it's the one here where we've said about this turn on fast startup, which Microsoft say is recommended, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's the one we untick. If it's grayed out, which mine are, to demonstrate and say that had a tick on it, so it's grayed out and I couldn't untick it, it's this link box up here that says change settings that are currently unavailable. That's kind of the admin thing that's stopping you from changing this. So you just click on that to undo that, and then you'd click save changes, and then that would do that fix for you, and that'd be perfectly fine. So there you go. That's how you do those power shutdown settings that we spoke about. So yeah, hope you found that useful. People that have emailed with issues, if you come and watch this video, it will be up afterwards so you can carry on. We said you can leave it forever and it will go into standby eventually and let another user log in. Just seems to be yet another issue. Windows 10. It sounds more like a performance issue, to be honest. Maybe it's quite slow at doing something. I mean, it could be, there could be loads of things. It could be an issue with Windows, version of Windows, slow machine. Issues are hard. Issues with user profiles. Sometimes corrupt user profiles cause all sorts of logging on and booting issues. So it could be that as well. We'd have to have a look really to see what's going on with that one. And we'll just go back to my main screen. So yeah, shutting down Windows 10, simple, isn't it? Yes, it is, but only when you've got the correct options enabled. So doing that will just mean you have proper shutdowns moving forward for everyone, rather than the Windows recommended shutdown. So yeah, that's it. Hope everyone found that useful. The video will be here afterwards. For those that joined late, you can just rewatch it. If you're not sure what we did there, you want to run through it again, just rewatch the video after it's gone live. The video is going to be on our YouTube channel and it's also on our Facebook page with this video as well. We originally did the video on our Facebook page during lockdown. So yeah, that's where you want to log in and view it. So there's lots of other sort of tips in there that we'll be bringing over to YouTube for you guys as well. So yeah, we've got no more questions. If you do have any questions, just leave a comment and we can reply to the comments after we've come off air, so that's fine. Otherwise, I will probably see you next week when we'll be doing another tips video for you. Oh, and the other thing just to mention, obviously this is on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. So on the video you're watching now, on where it says Systems and Solutions, there's normally a red sort of rectangle that says subscribe. So if you have a YouTube account, click on that, click subscribe, and then that will subscribe you to the channel. And then when we do a live video or live stream, you'll get that notification. So if you can hit the subscribe button, that'd be great. Just to get subscribed to the channel, that would really help us out. And let's try and build up the audience here so we can get some more people helped out really. So if they've got any problems, they know where to come for some of the latest updates, and they'll know when we're live and when we're not. Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Any questions, like I said, leave it in the comments, or you can call us here in the shop in Whitney, or contact us on our Facebook. Okay, thank you very much, and bye bye.